So in this video we are going to know about how to diagnose or how to detect the short circuit in the motherboard. So here I have some concept on the screen. So this is basically the power inputs, the power jack, power inputs, adapter inputs, and this power flow from this there are these two MOSFET, and here is this current sensing resistor. Okay, here is a current sensing resistor, and then here are the different buck converter like 1.05 volt, then CPU core, then 1.2 volt, then 3.5 volt, then 3.3, then 2.5, like that. So different buck converters are there, and the different chips are there, the CPU, then RAM, then BIOS, and then SIO. So when I connect the adapter to the DC jack, then the power flow straight away from passing this two MOSFET and passing to this current sensing resistor. Current sensing resistor is the role of the current sensing resistor is to sense the current and inform to the battery charging chips that how much the current is flowing in the circuit. So and after that this voltage is going to the different buck converter, like this voltage is going to the 1.25, then 3.3, 2.5, CPU core 1.8, and backlight also. So sometime what happen is sometime there is a short circuit in this side, like when I apply the power, then the voltage get shorted. Shorted means the voltage get connected to the ground, that is called the short circuit. And there are varieties or there are multiples of ceramic capacitor across this positive terminal. That means the capacitors here, so many capacitors are there, and one of the ceramic capacitor gets shorted due to the the circuit failure. So how to identify that short circuit, that we are going to see, and for that we will see everything is a practical. We have to apply the power from here, then and on the DC power supply the current will be shoot up, and then what we are going to do is we have to apply current directly to here at this terminal, at this current sensing resistor, and when the current gets shooted to the 5 ampere, then with the help of hand we have to observe the motherboard which component is getting hot, okay, and that particular component we have to remove. If it is there is a ceramic capacitor, simply just remove the capacitor, no need to put any. If you can put it the another capacitor is okay, but if you don't put any another ceramic capacitor, it doesn't matter, because there are varieties of ceramic capacitors are there. But if there is a short, some MOSFET or the chips or some polarized capacitor, in that case you have to replace that particular component. Okay, so we'll see everything is practically. So here is the motherboard, okay, and the motherboard number is 16852-1. This is a Wistron motherboards, basically used for the Dell laptops, and now we are going to apply the power to this motherboard. So here we keep the ready our DC power supply, that is 19 volt, and we are going to connect our DC power supply to the motherboards, and we'll see. So you can see here, as soon as I connect DC power supply to the motherboard, here is my current is shooted to the 5 ampere and voltage get drops. You can see here. Okay, so that means here the short circuit in the motherboard. So how to rectify this problem, we'll see. So the current is shooted to the 5 ampere, that means there is a short circuit in this motherboard. So we have to rectify the problem. So what to do, we have to first check in the current sensing resistor how much resistance is showing on the current sensing resistor. So what we can do is we open a schematic diagram. So here is my current sensing resistor. The location is a PR4402, and this is my current sensing resistor. Okay, so this is basically the output. That means current sensing resistor is basically the distributor. That means the voltage is coming from the adapter. Okay, voltage is coming from the adapter like this. It's coming from the adapter, then the MOSFET, then there are the two MOSFET, and then it passes to this resistor, and from their resistor it's called DC bad out. This is called the DC bad out, and this voltage is going to the different buck converter. So what we are going to do is we are going to check here with the help of multimeter. We are taking a multimeter and we are putting a multimeter on the buzzer, and we are going to check the resistance. The value should not show a short. So here we keep our motherboard. We kept on buzzer mode. So this is my buzzer mode, and one probe to the ground and another positive probe we are going to connect on a current sensing resistor. So here is my current sensing resistor. So this is my current sensing resistor, okay, and this current sensing, as soon as I connect my multimeter probe to the current sensing resistor, then there is a buzzer on the multimeter and the value showing a 000. That means there is a short circuit in this motherboard, okay. So the short circuit is confirmed. Anyway, the short circuit is already we are there because the current is shooted 5 ampere on a DC power supply. We can check again. You can see here. So as soon as I connect this DC power supply, current is shooted to 5 ampere and voltage gone down. So that means the short circuit is there on this motherboard. Now what we'll do is we'll remove this power. We'll remove this power, and we remove this both the probe from the meters, and this probe we are going to put on a DC power supply, positive and the negative, and one probe to the ground, and that positive probe we are going to connect on the current sensing resistor, okay, current sensing resistor. So as soon as I put this probe to the current sensing resistor, the current is shooted here to 5 ampere, and then on another hand I have to check which component is getting hot, so I have to see that. So you can see here. So as soon as I connected my probe to the current sensing resistor, and then here you can see this particular capacitor is getting very hot. This capacitor is getting very hot. That means this capacitor is probably short, okay. So that is the mean of that. So what we are going to do is we are going to remove this capacitor with the help of hot gun. Put little flux on that suspected capacitor, and with the help of hot gun we are going to remove that capacitors. The capacitor is removed. Capacitor is removed. Now we are going to check whether still buzzer is there on that particular point or not. So now we are going to use multimeter. Keep our multimeter ready. Put it on a buzzer. One probe to the ground, another probe on the current sensing resistor, and now you can see there is no buzzer. You can see there is no buzzer on that current sensing resistor. So that means the short circuit is gone. Problem we got. Okay. The next thing is we are going to apply a power with the help of DC power supply to this board. Now we keep our DC power supply ready. 19.5 volt. Then we apply a power to the board, and then previously there was current is shooted to the 5 ampere and voltage drops. Now you can see the current is coming 19 milliampere. That means the problem is solved in this board. Okay, so friend, in this way we have to find the short circuit problem in the motherboards.